Dear friends, I've got some sad news. Upon the visit of some angry guests, the snowman has fallen. Still snowing though, it's pretty nice. It probably didn't help that the snowman was directly in the path of the door, and you had to squeeze your way in to get inside the house. But hey, that is one thing you should accept when you adopt a snowman. Today's video is about hooking up your goddamn phone to Unity. Why is this topic so popular? Why is it exactly the same video as we've done 2 years ago? Reason's quite simple. You've got Google working on Android, and you've got Unity working on Unity. And when you try to put them both together, they need to communicate in some way. But both the company update their stuff non-stop. So while these two companies do updates to Android SDK, update to their website, update to Unity engine, the video we've made in the past became quite, I wouldn't say quite, but somewhat irrelevant. And meanwhile, if you look up any recent tutorial about this that I'm aware of, at least that's what my 20 minutes of Google search before this video was. If you look up video on how to do this, they'll tell you to install Android Studio. And guess what? I don't use Android Studio. I don't need a 1.5 gig IDE on top of everything I already have on my dev computer, so ain't got no time for this. Oh, what is that? You want a TLDR version? Well, here it is! You happy now? This is your TLDR version. You can do everything here. If I was looking this up sometime in the future, I'd like to have a TL version, so you're welcome. Now, stay on the video and give me some watch minute, because that's all Pepe heats. Without watch time, he will die of hunger. Okay, enough kidding around with the intro, let's get right into it. You're gonna have to start Unity. Also, remind yourself that I'm doing this because tomorrow we're gonna be in a live stream session, tomorrow Saturday morning, EST, 9 AM, somewhere around that. We're gonna be doing a live stream about making a hyper casual game in the least amount of time possible. I still don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but it's gonna be on the phone. And it's gonna be fast, it's gonna be quite cool, probably, or it's gonna be quite trash, who knows. Okay, we've got Unity open. You're gonna need your phone. So let me just do that real quick. I'm gonna give you the steps. First up, download the JDK. I don't have it myself. I removed everything before I started doing this. So, on this website, first link you see in the description down below. You're going to go down here, accept the licenses for JDK Kit 8. Make sure it's JDK 8 and not beyond that. Not going to work with the Android Studio we're working with. And I'm on Windows 64, so here, I will press on that. Now the second thing you'll need is the Android SDK. That's the second link in the description down below, or you can go on Google, type in Android SDK. Go on this page, that's what you'll see, and if you scroll down, don't download Android Studio, please. That's an IDE you don't need. If you're just going to be using Unity. So scroll down until you find command line tools only. That's not the SDK, though you can download the SDK using this command line. So let's go ahead, unwrap this thing. I agree, I read everything. I'm a quick reader. And I am going to go ahead and just show you what I have here on this side. Couple of download. First, the JDK that we had earlier, and the SDK tool who's still downloading. So let's start installing this at the same time. We're gonna stack the work, we're gonna stack the speed. Okay. I'm just gonna make sure I click on next. I don't need to change any settings in Java. Now my SDK tool is done, so just install both of these things in parallel. You're gonna need to extract the SDK. Okay, at one point Java is gonna be done installing. Just hit close. You can go in Unity at this point. Under Unity, you're gonna go under Edit, Preference, and set your external tool for the JDK. That's the one we downloaded. Set it to this following path. So where is JDK installed? So by default, the path for your JDK is under a program file, 64-bit, under Java, and then you'll find it here, JDK. Don't use GRE, of course. Select folder, and this one will be fine. Now for the Android SDK, you're gonna go on your newly extracted folder, which is right here in my case. So that's my tool. And we'll have to put it in a very specific spot. I recommend that you do that. You don't technically have to do that, but it's really good practice to do so. So you're going to cut this and put it in your C drive or your main drive in a folder called Android. Now by default, it's not going to be there. I created mine. So you really have to go ahead, new folder, type in Android like this. Mine's already done because I can't delete the other one and I don't want to do a remove file. So just create one, create another folder inside of it. So you're gonna have to create this one too, Android SDK. And then once that one is created, you can paste your tool folder. You're not going to have platform tool. Just letting you know, you're not gonna have that. I just can't force delete it right now. So you're only gonna have Android SDK, and then inside of it, a folder called tools. So at this point, you're gonna go inside of tools, you're gonna go under bin, shift, and right click, so you can have a PowerShell in here, or if you have command, that's totally fine. You can use PowerShell, you can use CMD, you can use Node, you know, as long as you have the right path. So here it is, as long as you have this path. In this next part, you have to choose which version of the Android SDK you want. I've tested 25, I think 26 works. I don't know if 27 works just yet. If you want to be safe, just use 25 and do updates after that. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, so to go ahead and do this, to actually get the SDK, you have to use SDK Manager, which is right here. What you can do, you can drag and drop this thing right in here, and then that's going to give you a long path. That's kind of boring. Okay, so instead what we'll do is SDK man like this, and then hit tab. It's going to autocomplete for the SDK Manager.path. At this point, we're going to give him the following argument. Platforms with an S, and then dot, semicolon, yeah, semicolon, Android -25, just like this. I wish I could zoom in on that, but that's what I'll do for me. So Android 25, if you want to try 26, you can just change 25 or 26. Make sure you agree with the terms and condition. And now you're downloading the Android SDK without the stupid Android Studio. You used to be able to just get the SDK before directly on their website. That's what we did in the last video, but now you have to do it with command line tools, which is a little bit harder, but at the same time. What are we? Are we not programmers? Are we not master of the computers? Don't we like whisper to the computer? I know where I'm going with that. Just wait until it's done. If it's stuck, it might be because you're actually focusing on the window and that blocks all the operation. So what you can do, go under properties, right click here at the top, go under properties, and remove the quick edit and insert mode. Just saying, it's probably not gonna happen to you if you just leave it alone by like clicking in it. Yeah. When you're done installing the SDK, now you have to update it. Now here's the command for updating. You're gonna use SDK Manager again, so SDK Manager.bat, and you're gonna do -- update. Amazing, we got the SDK. Got a little bit more work to do on the SDK, you'll see what I mean in a second. Now it's gonna be Unity and phone time. Actually, let's go on Unity real quick and set our Android SDK path. That's gonna be under local disk, so Android SDK. Select the folder Android SDK, that's the one that contains platform tools and also tools. Select folder, and now it's time to shine. So you're gonna go under build setting, Android. If you don't have that, why don't you have that? And there's gonna be a download button. You just click on it, download, restart Unity, then you're good to go. Now it's time to try a build and run. Okay, one thing I haven't mentioned before we do a build and run. It's not going to work. So do it anyway, but it's not going to work. You have to update Android SDK when they ask you every time. Never click on use highest. It's not going to work. You're going to need a little bit of the Android SDK 23 and 26, which they're going to be offering you directly in the Unity window. So just make sure you click on the update button inside of the Unity window. Something I haven't really tested recently is the fact that I am using JDK 8 because in the past, when I tried to upgrade to JDK 9, it did not work with Unity, and that was a common bug. Everybody was talking about it. So I haven't tested that. I haven't tried installing this with JDK 9. Now that we're almost on Unity 2019, maybe it works, maybe it's been updated, maybe not. So that's why I recommend you guys still use JDK 8, and it's going to work, right? Okay, good. Alright, so when you're done updating, you're going to receive either this message or you're going to have a successful build if you already set up your phone. But we haven't done that in this episode, so let's go ahead and set up our phone. Unfortunately, my phone is right there, so I'm going to have to steal this camera real quick. Whoa. Holy crap, it's hot. So with your Android device, you're going to go under settings, so little gear at the top in the status bar changes every single It changes every single update, so just go to the settings and scroll down all the way down to System, the one before last. So I'm going to click on System. Here it is. Then you're going to find About Phone. In my case, it's the first one up here, so I'm going to click on it. You're going to scroll down all the way to... Oh shit, I chose my IP. Well, at the end, the very last one in that window, there's something called Build Number. Just tap on it multiple times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just tap on it. Just tap on Build Number as many times as you need. At one point, it's going to say, congratulations, you've become a developer. That's if you have not done it already. Now, once you're considered as a developer, you basically unlock the ability to view the developer options under settings. So once again, back to the setting page, scroll all the way down, and you're going to see System once more. Click on System. Same thing as we've done, so System. And then, in my case, I get an Advanced tab, but I wasn't getting that before. So just make sure you expand that. And like I said, this is only for the Pixel phone, but under System, you're going to find at the very end, Developer Options. In my case, right here at the end, before the end. Developer Option, click on that. And you're going to make sure to enable USB debugging. If you scroll down a bit, you're going to find it. Here's mine. USB debugging. Okay, it's on. Right, so we've done all the stupid stuff. Now, this phone, enabled for USB debugging. I'm going to go ahead and use my wire, which is not in the frame, but that's my wire, right? Plug it right in here. So you're going to hook this up to your computer via USB. If I can get mine, here it is. That's mine. And now we're going to go ahead, and you don't have anything to do here. It's going to say that USB debugging is connected. That's what you want to see. For security measure, I don't recommend that you leave the USB debugging on when you're not developing, because it allows people to connect to your phone directly via USB, even though they don't really have access to it. So turn it off in case you're not around, and people can have physical access to your phone without you being there. Okay, with that done, we don't need to touch the phone anymore. Actually, we do, but let's go ahead and on Unity, we're gonna start a build. Test APK. Oh, by the way, to do a build and run, I haven't mentioned this before, but you're gonna have to go under build settings, player settings, and make sure you have a COM address up here, package name, that is anything you want. It always starts with COM, then the name of your company, so N3K, and then the name of your game, which is Stupid Video Test again. Once you have that, build and run. And we are going to wait a little bit. Unable to retrieve device property. Why is this? Let's have a look. Device unauthorized. So, okay. It says device is unauthorized, but I don't know if you guys can see. On my phone, I have a pop-up that says, do I want to allow USB debugging? And it gives me the RSA fingerprint of the computer. So I'm going to say, yes, okay. I allowed it on my phone. Now I can hit build and run again. And we get this video is not sponsored by Tim Hortons, but it's pretty goddamn good. You guys should join Discord. That's the only thing I promote for some reason. You guys should join Discord. It's really fun. A lot of people are there. My real friends are all there. I don't have any real friends, but my friends are there. It's a good time. Maybe I should cut this and just show you the end result. But I want some watch time. And we're almost done. Just stay here. Please. Pepe's gonna be happy. I wish I could show you the snow too. Damn. Expecting 15 centimeters of snow today. Yeah, when I take the dog outside in that snow, he just jumps like a rabbit. Like he's not able to walk, he just jumps like a rabbit. Okay, so here we go. Unplugging my phone. First thing that boots is a Unity screen with this game. This is the best game we've seen. Look at this. I go outside of the thing, kill my application. You probably don't see it here, do you? Nope. Kill my application, and I'm gonna find it somewhere now. It's gonna be right around here. I don't want to show you which app I use, but it's gonna be right around here. It depends on the name of your package, right? But that's my game. click on it, it boots with Unity. And it's on my phone now. I can give it to other people. I can build it on their phone. Well, I can't really build it on their phone unless they have USB debugging on, but you know the drill. You can now start developing on your phone. And also, I forgot about this, but if you install Unity Remote, now it's going to work. So if Unity Remote didn't work before for you, now that your phone is being detected by Unity, it will not work. That's it. We're done. If you made it this far, guys, smash the like button, go on Discord, like this picture of Shiba on Instagram. Amazing. Hey, by the way, thank you so much. With all that watch time you gave us, now we can afford to feed the Pepe.